Hi, you guys. It is our book day. I am so excited to teach a lesson. I was so excited to teach a lesson that Mrs. Tracy totally goofed. So I started recording and doing this lesson, and I created this document, right? Did all this work. And then as I'm like recording and talking, I went and grabbed one of our books that I brought home, the master that I use. And I realized that the original page I made a copy and created all this work for, we already did in class. Yep. So I had to create something new. So here we are. Okay, so we're still doing a lesson though. All right, so today we are going to be learning about Brownsville Youth Court. We're going to start with some vocabulary like we always do. All right, first vocabulary word we have is impartial. Its meaning is able to be fair and not directly involved in. Able to be fair and not directly involved in. There are all these text boxes which will allow you to type your answers in. The example, what is a situation when it is important to remain impartial? A situation when it is important to remain, and then you're going to put the vocab word, impartial, is what? When is it a good time to remain fair? Some ideas that popped in my head. Maybe when you're a judge of a contest, or you're just a judge in general. It is important to remain fair with you. I don't know. I'm blanking here. But let's go with judging a contest. A situation when it's important to remain impartial is when you are a judge. There you go. Perfect. Next vocabulary word we have is initially. It is an adverb. Its definition, its meaning is at the beginning. I forgot my double N. There we go. At the beginning. So what do you do initially when you have an essay to write? So initially, okay. Initially, what do you do? So initially, I maybe read the prompt, or you say create a graphic organizer, or you can say brainstorm maybe. So let's do what we've been focusing on. Initially, I read the writing prompt. Perfect. All right, here we go. I'm going to read. All right. The Brownsville Youth Court, the Sixth Amendment. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. The Brooklyn court helps kids stay out of jail, and it is run entirely by teenagers. Here we go, next page. Faith Garrett, an 18-year-old from East New York, attended her first college course in upstate New York last month. She said that it wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for the Brownsville Youth Court. The Brownsville Youth Court hears low-level cases for first-time offenders between 10 and 18, like Garrett, who was arrested for stealing an umbrella. And unlike regular court, the jurors, the judges, and attorneys too are all kids. The members of the court, who come from an area high schools and community organizations, are between the ages of 14 and 18. They undergo 40 hours of training, culminating in mock bar exams before they are allowed to hear their peers' cases. The young court volunteers receive a small monthly stipend for their service. Garrett says she was initially suspicious about her case being overseen by a court of fellow teenagers. I got nervous because I didn't know the kids, and I didn't want the kids to judge me, she said. But when they started asking questions, they were trying to help me. All right. So, key idea. What is the Brownsville Youth Court? Why is that unusual? So the Brownsville Youth Court is what? It is a court run by kids, for kids, right? So the Brownsville Youth Court is a court for 10 to 18-year-old offenders. It is unusual because teenagers are in charge. Making inferences. Underline details in paragraph 5 that describe the members of the court. Why do you think volunteers join the court? Cite evidence. I think volunteers join the court because why? So let's look at page, things we can underline in here. So let me get a, let's see. I don't know if this way I can highlight. Oh, here, maybe I can highlight with this. Tools. All right, so there's no way to highlight, but we'll just have to go with that. Let's go to line. All right, the members, okay, so back to making inferences. Underline details in paragraph 5 that describe the members of the court. Why do you think the volunteers joined the court? Cite evidence. So why might you join this youth teen court? And now Gurney has something similar. Gurney has a youth teen court also. The members of the court who come from area high schools and community organizations are between the ages of 14 and 18. So they might, because they undergo 40 hours of training, culminating in mock bar exam before they're allowed to hear their peer cases. The young court volunteers receive a small monthly stipend for their service. So some things that have popped out to me. They come from area high schools, it says. They come from area high schools and community organizations. So all of you, a lot of you had to do volunteer hours. So that might just count for their volunteer hours. Another thing is that they receive a small monthly stipend for their service. Anybody know what a stipend is? So a stipend is money you actually get for doing something. So I get paid my normal wage, but if I were to go work the security at a football game, I would receive a stipend. So I would receive a little extra money for doing something above and beyond my job. And so they receive a small amount of money for doing that. So there are two options. So you are going to say why you think that they might do this. So maybe because they're coming from area high schools and community organizations, they relate to the person that is accused of a crime or did something. Maybe they're doing it because they want a little extra money and they're paid for their service. So fill in some sort of sentence about that. And then last but not least, react and write. Do you think having a teen judge and jury might benefit kids? Explain why. So having a teen judge and jury might or might not benefit kids because why? So this is your opinion. So do you think it'd be a good thing for a whole courtroom to be of kids? Or do you think that it's not a good idea? So you can decide there. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just your personal opinion. So that is all. Hopefully this will make sense to you guys. Give me some feedback. Be like, Ms. Petrucci, that was awful. Ms. Petrucci, that was great. Ms. Petrucci, don't screw up again. I don't know anything. I miss you guys all terribly. I really wish that I was teaching this lesson right in front of you. It would have been way more exciting. Not just talking to a computer screen. But I miss you guys a lot. Bye.